Hey, Shalom. I just want to start out by saying, called Layam Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all for elect and the Akim spreading the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. My name is Asha Allah. And I just want to talk about this video of the Vice President, Kamala Harris, talking about getting vaccinated is the very essence of what the Bible tells us. You know, she's going the fuck off because it is not, you know. And I'm going to bring out a couple of scriptures and break it down, but let's listen to this dog and what she has to say. You know, so she said, by getting vaccinated, you are loving your neighbor. And then she went ahead and referenced thy neighbor being literally the person you live next to, you know, and according to the Bible, that's not so. But let me bring out these scriptures real quick, and then we're going to break that down. This is Psalms 55, and I'm going to start at verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. You know? So, I mean, what she said sound nice, but it was going the fuck off. You know, she was completely wrong. You know? And to the simple, you know, the simple are going to hear this, you know, and get judged, you know, because they're going to take that fucking Maxine, you know. It says, but war was in his heart, you know, meaning that, you know, her main motive or objective is not to really help and save you from this pandemic, you know. They have a alternative motive, you know, to try to have you drop dead, to try to get you sick, you know. This so-called Maxine, you know, has the supposedly, I mean, they say it has antibodies in it, which, I mean, even that, you know, antibodies, you know, it's against the body, you know. You know, it says his words were softer than oil, but yet were they drawn swords, you know, because this Maxine is weaponized to take you niggas down, you know, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know, to make you sick and have you drop dead, you know. From there, let's go to let's see, Psalms 50 and verse 19. It says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit." You know. So I mean, everything everything that came out of her mouth was fucking evil. You know. It wasn't right, you know, and it says thy tongue frameth deceit, you know, and this is how she's deceiving. This is how she's deceiving you, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know, by referencing and trying to tie it into the Bible, where she did a horrible job because the shit, like what she said is not according to the Bible, you know. But without further ado, let's actually jump to that. Let's go to Leviticus 19. And I'm going to just start at verse 1. And it says, "And the Lord Yahweh Shemashai spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, your power, am holy." You know? So Moses was told to speak unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, not these other nations. You know, keep that in mind. Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel. You know, so let's jump down. Let's go to start at verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. You know, so thy neighbor is according to the kindred of your nation. You know, because Moses wasn't speaking to so-called Arabs. He wasn't speaking to so-called white people. You know, he wasn't speaking to Chinese people. He was speaking to one particular sect of people, the Israelites. You know, it says it in verse 2. So thy neighbor would have to be one of your own nation, one of your own kindred. You know, and she referenced it as in your literal neighbor. You know, you got Brad the Edomite living next door to you and shit, and that's supposed to be thy neighbor according to the Bible. No. Going the fuck off. Let's see. From here, I'm gonna just jump to Genesis 9 and verse 3. You know, because the Most High, you know, he had given us herbs, you know, herbs of the field for our medicine. You know, we don't have to rely on we don't have to put foreign chemicals and foreign substances in our body in order to heal us. You know, Dr. Sebi was real heavy on that. You know, natural herbalists, you know, debunking and curing all these man-made diseases that Esau had put out there with natural herbs. Genesis 9 and 3. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. You know, he says, even looking at this in the NIV translation, everything that lives and moves will be food for you, just as I gave you the green plants. I now give you everything, you know, including our medicine. You know, back in the ancient days, you know, we wasn't lining up, you know, at the markets to get jabbed up, you know, to put needles in our flesh. You know, we had natural herbs and plants. You know, we even look at the movie Apocalypto. You know, Buddy had a hard time getting up. You know, and the captain had given him some herbs, supposed herbs, to try to help improve his performance, you know. But from then, let's go back to Leviticus 19, and we're gonna jump down to verse 28. It says, "You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai." You know. So we shouldn't be making no punctures, or shouldn't be making no cuts in the flesh, you know, for anything, you know. And when it comes with getting this vaccine, you know, it literally punctures your flesh, you know. it cuts your flesh, you know. You know, so the very essence of vaccines is not in the Bible, you know. And when it comes to loving thy neighbor is one of your fellow nation, you know, of your fellow kindred, you know. Let's see if I had any more scriptures. Let's see. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. What does that say? Yeah, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You know, we see through the bullshit clearly. You know, he might get an advantage on the simple, but the hopeful elect, you know, the men that stay in these scriptures, you know, we are not ignorant to these devices. You know, you guys set up these politicians. You guys set up these so-called leaders of the black community to try to push this. They try to push this vaccination on people. You know. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, yeah, that's all I had through the spirit. You know, hopefully that was edifying. I just want to end it off by saying, Call Halayim Lo Yahweh by Shem Hashai by Hashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation for elect, and I can spread the truth throughout the four corners of this earth. Shalom.